Guys, welcome back to Kenyan in Australia. It's so good to be here again, and today again I have another guest with me, and I'm excited because this one you guys will be happy. You will come back and thank me later, and if you don't, I will not appreciate because this one, especially for the single mothers, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for conversation, but I'm not going to talk much. I want her to speak. So, hi.
Hi,
Tell us your
hi.
name and when you came to Australia and why.
Hi. Thanks for having me on your channel. First of all, you're doing a good job. My
Thanks.
name is Ashley Mbide. No, you like the name Mbide. I came to Australia in 2019 March. I came to do my master's in hotel management. Yeah.
So
Yes.
I'm officially calling you there from now on because why not? Why not? Why
No
not?
worries.
But how has your experience been in Australia since you came?
It's been good. I'm sure you know when you come to Australia, a lot of people tell you it's hard to get a job, it's hard to get a house, it's expensive.
Yeah.
But I came with a very positive mind, positivity all the way. I was blessed to get a job, I think 3 weeks after I came to Australia, and
Wow.
a job in my field, hospitality, because I was positive. That's what I wanted, and I just went for it. So it's been good. It's been good.
Oh,
It's been
yay.
good. Yeah, I can't
Oh,
complain really.
thank you, God.
Yeah,
So, guys,
yeah,
in case you're wondering, she's in Sydney at the moment, and I'm still in Perth, and
yes.
she's on lockdown. Ha ha.
Oh, another 4 weeks.
Another 4
I
weeks.
can't even. That's why I'm doing this recording outside so that I feel like I've gone somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
poor you, but it's okay.
I
You will
know.
come out.
Thank
You will
you.
come out of.
Yeah.
Today I said the numbers were less, so let's wait and. Yeah.
You'll be surprised tomorrow.
I know. Anyway, I have deviated. Let's come back.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
you came to Australia without your beautiful daughter, Zuri.
Yes.
So, may I want to know what made you, first of all, choose to come to Australia without her? And second of all, how was that experience? Like, making that decision to come alone much.
First of all, I'm a mom. That's why I'm here today. I have
Wrong
a
introduction.
4-year-old. She just turned 4 in June, Zuri. Why did I make the decision to come without her? I did a lot of research. I got a lot of advice from people who are already here. I was coming to study full time, so that would mean I'm going to school. Maybe I used to go to school 3-4 times a week, and also to sustain my lifestyle, I had to go to work. Meaning, if I'm in school in the morning, I'm at work in the evening. And then, of course, we don't have house helps here, like how we're privileged to have house helps in Kenya. So the option now would be taking her to daycare, of which I didn't even know how it worked because I was in Kenya. So for me to, successfully finish and complete what brought me to Australia, it sounds a bit selfish, but coming with her would have sort of, how do I put it? It would have been hard for the both of us. So one would have lost. I would have either lost in school and at work, or she would have lost mommy time. Yeah. So that's why it was best that it was out from a lot of thinking and a lot of advice. It was best that I come first and then I bring her later when I'm more settled.
And how was the feeling of leaving her behind? Like how did it feel? How emotionally let me just say, how emotional was it? Yeah.
I think I've been here now just over 2 years. I'm still in denial. I'm still in, I'm in a lot of, I feel like I'll wake up one day and find myself at home, or I will find her here. So it still is very, very emotionally drained. You can't explain it. There's nothing that I could do to prepare myself to leave her. There's nothing that I can do right now to get into terms that I left her behind. It's just, I take it a day at a time. Yeah.
So then what gives you that encouragement to keep going? Because of course you have to just soldier on.
Growing up, I saw how my parents really wanted the best for us, life-wise, education-wise. I'm getting emotional. Oh my gosh! And
I'm sorry.
In Kenya, well, they're good jobs. There's good. You can get a good life, but it was just not sustainable for me. And I had to make this sacrifice for Zuri and I, so that she can have a good life, so that she can go to the best schools, so that if she tells me, "Mommy, I want a Barbie doll," I'm not afraid to say, "No, you can't. I don't have. You have to wait." I want to be in a position where I'm so financially stable for the both of us that she doesn't lack. And that's one of the biggest things that I had to I had to think about when I was coming and making a decision to come.
I am so sorry. This is an emotional one.
It is. And when I cry, I'm a very emotional person, by the way, so I'm really holding it together. So
please cry. Let's all cry together. Let's just cry.
We'll scare the people who want to come. They'll say, "Hey, what?"
So now that you're here and it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years, yeah?
2 years, just a little bit over 2 years.
How does it feel, especially because there's corona, you're not able to go home? How do you handle especially that bit for being a mother while you're away from home?
It's not, I just take a day at a time, really, because before corona I had planned to go home and spend a couple of months with my family, with Zuri. But being on the kind of visa that I am on, that would mean if I go home, I would not be able to come back. So then it took me back to, the reason why I actually came to Australia. And losing that chance, it was a battle. It's a battle because she's safe, she's in good hands, and we just take a day at a time. A day, you cry, sometimes you cry yourself to sleep. Work, just go to work every single day, as in so that you don't have that chance to sulk and say, okay, I can't do this. The days that come and I'm packing my things, I'm going out and I'm out. But I keep getting this reminder, okay, so you go home, what are you going to do at home, especially now when it's so hard with COVID and everything. So
and you've reached this far, you can't go back now.
Yes.
Option is not an option. We have refused.
It's not an option.
But how is parenting from here? Do you still have to discipline her? Do you still go through the usual mother-daughter relationship?
Yes. I think when we talked a bit, I told her I'm very hands-on mom.
Yeah.
I like just, and even just as a person, I like to
Yeah.
be on top of things.
Mm.
So I am the one who, well, there's the people that at home, of course, will instill discipline, and they
Yeah.
have an upper hand than I do
Yeah.
because they're there with her.
Yeah.
But I also contribute. I'm like, I would like Zuri to be disciplined in maybe timeout instead of being beaten, because us we were beaten. You
Yeah.
know, I'd say if she's like, I want to I put in as much as I can from here, as
Yeah.
much as I can.
Yeah.
I talk to her every single day
Mm.
without fail, every
Mm.
single day without
Mm.
fail. So and I'm glad that my family has given me that space to, you know, raise my daughter from here the way I want. And you know, yeah, we co we co-parent with my family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I think
Mm. Mm.
I'm very proud of you, especially because I can only imagine how emotionally toiling this journey can be. But you're
Mm.
your part. I usually see your IG
Yeah.
page and I'm like, oh my gosh, especially like the birthday. It was so
Mm.
cute and I was like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Um Yani may God give you strength, man. May God continue
Oh,
to give you
thank you.
strength
Amen.
to keep
Amen.
doing this. Do you usually have
Amen.
to like send money home, that aspect for making, how do I explain? You know how we send money to for school, for
Yes.
upkeep and things like that. Do
Mm.
you usually have to do that, or for you it's not, that's not a thing?
Um, I'm raising my kid, and I take on my responsibilities just the same way if I was at home.
Nice.
So me being here doesn't mean that my parents or my sister should take that responsibility up from me because they're with the baby.
Yeah.
So I do every single thing just as if I was with her.
At home. Yeah.
Yes. So if it's school fees, I
Yeah.
pay. If it's anything, if it's making her hair, if it's she wants to buy um, Kit Kat or
Yeah.
Oreos,
Yeah.
it's me. And that's one thing that I thank God for my mom. She taught me
Mm.
that yes, you got a baby,
Yeah.
yes, you've left her, but don't forget that she's your responsibility. Sisi
Mm.
tulilea,
Yeah.
and she's your responsibility. So, and it would be so unfair. They're taking care of her, and it's like on a free, you know,
Yeah.
we
Just
call
living life.
living, yeah. So I do 100% everything, and that's why
Wow.
anyway I go to work, yeah,
Yeah.
is so that she can have a comfortable life. The people who are also taking care of her can be comfortable.
Mm.
So 100% responsibility, without fail.
So then, how do you do it? Because you have, I'm
Mm,
assuming, are you paying your own school? Did you have to pay your own school fees, or your parents paid for you, or did
I
both of
had
you?
to.
So
I
you
had
paid your
to.
own school fees.
Yeah.
I know you are doing two jobs as it is, and then you have to study.
Mm.
I mean, just tell the people how you're doing it, because that's a lot. That's a lot, especially because you have to
How?
send it home, which means, and school fees for an international student is not cheap. So how are you doing it? Tell me. Tell us.
Hey, I'm happy now that I'm not. Fees is done with.
Is that, yeah.
Yes, that was the biggest. But even then, um, you still had to sort of come up. Let's say budget.
No, you've not
To
told me about a
if
budget. Yeah.
yeah, so you have and anyone anyway would. You have a budget. You say, because we get paid fortnightly in Australia. People know that. And maybe you're paid X amount. You say 10% will go to this, 5% will go to this rent, because I have to pay my rent here. I have to pay car insurance. I have to buy food. I have to pay for my train card. I have to put fuel. So it's just kujipanga, just
discipline.
Yes, discipline, and at the end of this fortnight, you have A, B, C, D responsibilities that you need to take care of. And you just take care. And I'm glad that school, my daughter has started school when I've finished studying.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, so it's just balanced so well.
Yeah.
It's really balanced so well. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And discipline, like just myself.
Yeah, you can't go buy things online for the sake of buying.
Nope.
Oh my
And
God.
I guess that's parenting. I remember my mom would buy us the best things, and she'd be like, "What? Yani, watoto," you know. But I'm not complaining.
I think you're very. I'm so encouraged because where Zuri is, she knows as a mom, regardless of the fact that you can't see her physically. As a mom, and that some people have an advantage. They have people they can take kids with, and they don't need to worry. But for the most part, every one of us is doing their part to make sure you're taking care of your responsibilities, and you're doing such an excellent job. Then I would ask, if someone is a single mom and they're thinking of coming here, because that is a question I get a lot in my inbox. A lot of people are like, how should they come with their kids? Should they leave their kids at home? Like, I don't know, like you if you were to ask you that question, the same advice you were given, what would you tell them and why? Like, what's it to them?
First of all, I came here and I knew my family is in Adelaide, so I was coming to Sydney. Meaning, I would not have had anyone help me take care of baby. I had my mom's friend who I came to live with. So you can already imagine me living with them, and then
you bring a
baby. And when I needed to go to school, I needed to look for maybe daycare or someone to leave the baby with. So it is challenging if you come with baby at the get-go. Now, stakes are different. If you're coming with your partner from Kenya, then you're able to say, okay, if in the morning you stay with the baby, then when I come back, you go to work. You see, that's easier. But if you're by yourself, you don't know where you're coming to stay. You don't know the living situation that's in that country. I would advise that leave your baby first, even if it's just for a few months, for 6 months or 3 months. Get your standing. Get to know what you're doing, get a job, get a car, because having a car here, if you have a baby, is one of the most important things. As in they go together.
They go together.
A car and a baby. And if you have someone that you can trust to leave your baby with, I would advise that very strongly. Because also being in a foreign country, it's hard just being here just by itself, even if you don't have a baby, just being in a foreign country by yourself, or just being in it is already hard enough. So you can imagine you being there and then also having to take care of your baby at the same time and get your feet. I mean, it's I would strongly advise come by yourself unless there's no other option. Yeah, then work on bringing your baby here. Yeah.
You've talked about daycare and all those. So do you like go and check the cost and see, like how much they're gonna be when time comes when you have to bring her here and things like those? So it will give someone an idea of how much they would be looking at if they're to bring their
they
child.
come the baby. There was a time I really wanted her to come because I was just like, I can't. Then I started looking, of course, schools, daycare, and then here the kids start school at 5. So before 5, your baby has to go to daycare.
Yeah.
Now, cost of daycare is different for different visa holders.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm on a graduate visa, meaning it's still the same. Even if I was on student visa and I had my baby here, the cost would be the same. Yeah. But if you're on permanent resident or a citizen, it's cheaper. Now the cost is almost 60% difference between being a citizen and being on a visa like a student visa or a graduate visa. I was looking at daycare per day on my visa, because I don't get benefits from the government, would have been $200 a day. Per day.
Oh, shoot. I didn't know it was that expensive.
I don't even think you get paid $200 in a day. Do you get paid?
No.
I think no.
I mean, unless you do
maybe
like
150.
Unless you're doing like 12 shifts.
Yeah. You don't get paid $200 a day. So that's $200. Let's say times, you take baby to daycare times 5. That's $1,000 a week. If I even try and convert that into Kenyan money, you go crazy. I don't even want to convert it.
No. And it's not like they're lying. At daycare, they're just being taken care of.
Yes, and they sleep most of the day, maybe. And you have to take your own food. You have to take your own diapers, change your clothes. And then if daycare closes at 7 and you're not there by 7, you're charged $50 per every minute that you're late.
Minute?
Yes. Per every minute that you're late.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah. You think about and you're like, wait, let her just stay in Kenya for now. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know it was that expensive.
So if you have a 5-year-old and above, that would be more favorable because they can go to school.
Yeah.
And maybe you can go to work here and there and go to school.
But even
so that would...
How are they being charged? They're not being charged as citizens. Just because they're going to school.
Nope. You pay international fees. So they're an international student. So when you think, I want to bring the baby, are we going to just stay in the house where you're gonna get money from, and all that? So it's not easy. It's not at all.
Even if you're with a partner and you're paying $200 per day, you all have to work so hard.
So hard. And then on top of that, you have to pay rent, you have to buy food.
Yeah.
And here rent is weekly.
It's weekly, You're not even paying $200 a day for rent. You're paying $200 a day for daycare. That's just rude.
Yes.
It's very rude.
It's very rude.
So rude. It's rude. You can't be treating people like that. I
Like
cannot
that.
even I can't even believe it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Even me, I've been schooled there. I
Yeah.
didn't know
Yeah.
how bad it was because
Yeah.
most people don't come with their kids until they are very well established. So I guess
Mm,
that makes sense.
mm,
It
mm,
explains why. Okay. I guess
mm.
if someone is thinking of bringing a child and you haven't had that one, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna say. So last
Take a
question.
reference. Mm.
Maybe my last question would be, how do you make Zuri's special day feel special? Like the way you did the birthday, like just the days that she wants to feel special. How do you make it special for
Yeah.
her? What does it look like?
Zuri is a very expressive child. So she'll tell you what she wants.
Oh gosh.
Even at 4, I'm like, am I talking to a 15-year-old? I'm not talking to a 4-year-old.
Oh my
So
gosh.
she just turned 4 in
Yeah.
June.
Yeah.
And I had my birthday in January.
Yeah.
So she sang for me happy birthday and she kept on remembering. And Mama, when is my birthday? So I kept telling her it's in June. So every time we'd go into a new month, she'd ask, is it June yet?
Yeah.
I tell her, not yet, but what do you want for your birthday? And she likes Peppa Pig, she likes Frozen, and she likes Moana.
Yeah.
So I would send her posters and tell her, do you like this Peppa Pig? Do you like this Moana outfit? Do you like this cake? Like just pictures. She's very interactive on the
Engaging.
phone as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So finally, she chose Frozen, and I did every single thing from here. I got people to come to do the decor from here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Catering from here. I did a menu, a budget. I ordered cake from here.
Oh my gosh.
Her dress, I ordered it from here. I was just slicing with my mom and my sister. I'm like, this is what I want to order for her. Check with Zuri, because you also have to check with her. She's a whole person of herself, so she has to approve and say yes.
Yeah.
And it was a success.
I saw the pictures.
Just,
it looked very fun.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
as if I was there. And that's what I want her to always feel and remember for her childhood, that mommy was not here physically, but I could feel her presence. That's what I always want her to remember.
And it's only for a season. She will come and join you soon.
Yeah.
Hey, be there. I'm telling you, I am so excited and encouraged, and me, I don't know. You've just given me another side to life. You've shown me things.
Yeah.
People have to really prepare themselves before they decide. And I know most mothers out there, because every time be like, I want to come with my child, but I don't know if it's okay. But living in Kenya is so hard. I don't know where to begin. So you've really encouraged people.
Yeah, imagine just come, set your foot here first, and then everything else will just, it's
flow.
not easy, it's not going to be easy, but everything will flow. You know, when I came, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm the only person who has left my child in Kenya and come to Australia.
Yeah.
But when I started socializing with people, I realized that there's so many young moms who've left their 3-year-olds. I left Zuri when she was 1.5. There are people who've left their kids at 1 year. And I can see how they work so hard to make sure, you know, their kids can feel like mama is still, she's not far away. Yeah. And she's doing the best that she can to make us have a good life. Yeah. So just come. Just come fast. and then don't stop being in your child's life. Don't stop, because it's easy to stop, because there she's used to a routine at home. She's used to seeing this, she's used to being told this by this person, and then you coming, it's like you're a foreign, so I try so much to align myself with the people at home to see what they're doing with her, how they're doing it, so that we're all on the same page. And it's not hard doing it over the phone. It's not hard. You have to be up at crazy hours, because sometimes she wants you to sing for her and pray with her, and it's 2 a.m. here, but it's 7 there. When it's time for her to go to school, I'm probably at work, so I have to sneak out so that I call her before she goes to school. Or when I'm at deep inside work, and that's when Zuri wants to talk to me. And I'm like, Mama, I have to go. And she's like, no, you can't go. So it's like a tug of war. You pull, I pull, you pull, I pull. But I thank God for this opportunity. For coming to Australia. I have not taken it for granted ever since I landed here. And it's just been an eye opener to a lot of things. Life, how to raise my kid, how to prepare myself when she comes here. The transition for her will be big, because she's used to being with Shosh and Auntie, and now she'll come here and it's just the two of us. So I told you do a series.
Hey, let's do a series. We come back and talk about Kwanzaa when she comes, and hopefully soon.
Yes.
So that she doesn't have to.
When they open borders.
I hope she can come when she's very young, because then it would be so bad with the culture. It's one thing when you're
older. That's another thing that I also battle with. I get, just like any, I don't know if how open we can be, but black
you be
parents,
as open, please.
Any black parents bringing their kid to a white man's world, you fear racism. You fear that you're not going to be with your kid every minute in school. So those are to protect them. So those are some of the fears that I battle with every day. Do I want to bring her to a place where she has to work 10 times harder than her peer to prove that she's good enough?
Hey, that's deep.
Do I want to bring her where she'll be looked down upon or told hurtful words that she may not understand? You see, for me, when I came, I was already aware of racism. I was aware what it's about. I was aware how to handle it. Although you're never even ever ready until you're in it. You're never ready.
Nothing
until
prepared.
you're in it. No books, no social media, until you're in it. And you can imagine, we are mature, we know what it is. So for a 4-year-old, what is it gonna be? Am I setting my child up for a traumatizing childhood by bringing her? Am I going to protect her the way I've been protected by my parents before I came here? So it's it's
not as simple as just bring her here.
Bringing her, no, it's not. It's not.
So even age plays a factor. Like how old should you bring her versus when she's older, younger?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And you can't say that you'll take her to an African-dominated school, because there's none. There's not a lot of Africans in Australia.
I mean, we're many, but I've not heard of an African-dominated school.
School. Even the Aboriginals, they don't have an Aboriginal dominated school.
I think the only people who successfully plant their own schools are Muslims.
Indians, yes,
Muslims,
and Indians.
Even Indians. Well,
Even Indians.
but
oh, really?
that's nice.
Cool. Indians. Wow.
They have
Indians
their own.
Yes, and their own suburbs.
I know about the suburbs. I didn't know about the schools. But of course, if they have subs, they have their own schools.
They have schools. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Anyway, one day we'll get there. But also, do you want her in an environment where she's coming back and living as an African, and then when she's out in the world, when she's doing her own thing, she feels like she lacked something? You know, now when you bring them here again, you want them to live the life that they will live growing up.
Yeah. So decisions. I mean, at the end of the day, we have to choose and make decisions that are best for her. Yeah. Because it's her time now. Now it's her time.
Yeah.
There are future there are future presidents that are our future, and shaping them right now is very critical, and how you do it and at what point.
Hey, Miss Mbive, I am inspired. By the life you're living as a single mom away from your daughter. Growing. May God continue to give you that strength. I don't know how many times I can pray that, because me, I don't know how you're doing it, but God, may He continue to cover you and give you that success. Yeah.
Thank you. I was one of those moms who's me. I can't leave my kid. I can't. But who is God? He's the one who says, you plan your own plans.
Yeah.
Plan them. You just plan them. I'm the final. So,
I'm the final say. And He has Zuri's purpose at hand, not just yours.
Of course.
Even Zuri's.
Of course.
He's going to do it the way He knows is best for her. Whether you like it or you don't, you just have to be on board.
Yeah. I always say I was just a vessel to bring her into the world.
Yeah.
But she's God's child.
Amen.
At the end of the day. So her purpose is not my purpose.
Yeah.
And just the same way that I never thought I would come to Australia, you never know Zuri's future. You never know where she might end up. Yeah. So, and that's how my mom has taught us to think. Yes, I'm your mom. Yes, I'm your parent. But at the end of the day, it's God who has the final say, and He's the one who brought you. I was just a vessel to bring you to the world.
Amen. All the best.
Thank you.
We will come back to have discussion when Zuri has landed.
Is here. Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
And then you tell us the culture shock that she's experiencing and what life looks like for her away from home. Thank you so much for allowing us to have a glimpse of your life here in Australia, single mother, and encouraging those who need that encouragement to know that it's possible. It might be hard, but it's possible.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for all you're doing to create awareness. I wish I knew a lot of stuff before I came. I wish I knew a lot of stuff before. In fact, the day that I was coming is when I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to Australia. I don't even know what I don't even know. I found myself in the airport. I was in like a delirious state. I found myself in the airport. I got to the airport. I told my mom, okay, I don't think I can. I can't go. I held on to Zuri until they told me she can't go unless she has a ticket. She can't go with you.
Oh, yeah.
But I hope one day I can be able to create a platform and a space for, single moms here who help their kids back at home, and single moms, or even just any mom who wants to come to Australia. And, sometimes you need that circle where you're all going through the same thing. And so I'm just hoping, one day I can be able to do what you're doing.
Please do. There's plenty of space for all of us to help.
All of us.
Hey. Especially in this foreign land, there's plenty of space for all of us to help each other. Because today I'm in this need, tomorrow it's another need. We keep going. So.
And the price of diapers here. Hey, the price of diapers and formula and God knows wet wipes.
Yeah. No, melipa 200 kwa daycare.
No, ushalipa 200 na bado lazima upeleke diaper.
That's expensive. Well done.
Okay,
thank you, Ari.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for watching, and I hope you've been encouraged. Me, I've been encouraged as a potential mother-to-be, and I am looking forward to paying for the diapers.
We'll help you. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh, the diapers and the daycare. Oh gosh, I think that daycare is just mean. I don't know how else I can.
It is. Even for citizens, by the way, it's not that it's cheap. It's for just non-citizens. Even for citizens, they cry. It's expensive.
Because actually, if you're saying like 60% and you're paying 200 as an international, and then these are passing what, like
110 or 90 to 110, 150 thereabouts for a citizen.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to say let's not have children. I will say God will provide.
God will provide. Once you're here, once you get us, once you get your landing, your standing, your feet on the ground, you work things out. If you can settle in a foreign land, there's nothing that's impossible.
Amen. Okay. All right. You have a
we'll
good.
Talk forever.
I know. I feel like I just want to hear these stories because I don't know why I'm listening. But have a good afternoon. Thanks for coming to the show. And hopefully lockdown is lifted, man. Hopefully.
4 more weeks.
The whole of August, you guys will be again.
All of it. And then we don't even know at the end of August if you'll come out.
Where you will be.
We don't know.
Us guys are just on standby. We are so bummed. Like Magan is just waiting to hear somebody has landed and brought that virus again. Because it was here before.
From New South Wales.
Yeah. It was here the other time and we hooked you out so badly.
To ban New South Wales, I don't know.
But then he didn't even blink. He does not blink. He's like, I cannot deal with those people and their viruses.
New South Wales has been the worst in handling this coronavirus, this whole pandemic. We're sorry.
Those two premiers cannot each other. Let them just
Glado.
Mark. See you.